Hey there. I haven't seen you in this forest before. What's your name? Oh, that sounds so nice. May I have it? Or at least borrow it? I'll make it worth your time, just borrowing your name for a little while. Just stay there and let me work my magic. All you need to do is breathe normally. Or, well, maybe breathe a little bit more relaxed. The main purpose is that you should really be focused on me and my words and what I have to say, as you may find that my words are very important and maybe a little bit enticing for you. So just breathe a bit deeper and follow my words, alright? Good, like that. And as I mentioned before, I haven't seen you in these woods before because, well, I kind of maybe sort of created them around you. You ended up in the domain of the Fae, and I'm very happy to make your acquaintance. You can call me, well, you can start by calling me the name that you introduced yourself with. Again, just borrowing it, trying it on a bit, seeing how it sounds, what it feels like. I'll give it back later, I promise. But as you breathe and you focus, you'll notice that, well, that name of yours, of mine, seems a little bit more fitting on me. That slowly, with every breath, the association of your name being with you will just decrease more and more over time. And don't worry, I'll give it back and it'll all come back just as you wish it to be, but just in this moment of time, fading a bit more with each and every breath. It'll be gentle too, kind of like waves on an ocean, just gently eroding that rock, turning it into a nice fine sand. So nice to just be and lie on, able to absorb the sun's warmth, or in this case, the magical effects of the forest. You might feel yourself feeling a bit more floaty, and just not really focused on anything other than my words, my voice, as you just kind of let me in there a little bit. Just allowing me to make some adjustments, peek behind the curtain a bit, and see what I can do to extract that name of yours. So, go ahead, just keep on breathing and letting all those things that isn't my voice just fade away into the background. Be able to enjoy the ambiance of the forest as we find your mind becoming more floaty, more in that trance-like haze, as you feel me just gently pulling that name away from your conscious mind. It's still stored like a save in a game, but I'm just borrowing it, analyzing it, just with every breath, taking it away, bit by bit more. I can already tell by the look of your face that it's just not quite coming to you in the same way. When you see me, when you want to address me, you're able to think of my name, your name before, right away, but when describing yourself, it just seems to come up blank, missing, just something. Surely you have a name. I mean, I have a name, but it doesn't seem to work in the same way. But don't worry, because I am on the case to help you with that. Let's just clear your memories, that way we can have a fresh start, shall we? As I count down the remaining vibes of what your name could have been, we'll just exit your mind for a while. And then I can start with helping you figuring out who, well, you are. Sound fun? And if you need to go early for whatever reason, then your name will come back after stopping and listening, and we'll be there in about a minute or two. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All gone. Your mind taken away, borrowed elsewhere. Your name somewhere safe, tucked away from memory, not able to be accessed at this point of time. When you try to recall it, you just recall that you had a name, but you just can't say it. And when you try to access it, it just comes up blank. A name here. But that's okay, because I can help you with figuring that out. Okay? Because similarly to a rose, which by any other name would smell just as sweet, retain the same dear perfection of what it has, a name is just a title, isn't it? And well, without a name, perhaps you don't quite have that same grasp of what you were before, which means that you can choose. Who do you want to be? Let's imagine that for a moment, shall we? What would a version of yourself, or just a version of a human, that you would wish that you could be like? Would they be intelligent, with knowing several facts about the world that is interesting that they've discovered from lots of knowledge? Are they an avid reader? Are they someone that spends a lot of time on the internet, social media? What do they treat their friends like? What would they want to be? Do they work out a lot? What would that ideal person look like, behave like, act like? Because, well, maybe you could be just like them. Because you could always be just like them. To take those next steps. And while you know my name, and what this name might be associated with, I am feeling rather generous. So at the end of this file, I'll give this name back to you. But if you want that name to be meaning something else, well, you have the ability to do that now, don't you? And if you're still having trouble with all of that brain stuff, I'll assure you that, yes, you do have the ability to do all of those things. I know. I have a name, and I know exactly what I can make it be. Now, I know that you're interested in having your name be a little bit more forgotten. And also, if you don't want that name that you gave me, well, you don't need to give it back. Because it doesn't need to be yours. But if you instead wanted more of a fun little trick, a game that you can play, just when I, or you, or somebody that you really trust and want to use it, says the phrase, name gone, well, your name will just poof away from your mind. At least the name that you gave me, or the name that you were thinking of at that time. And if you wish for it to come back, then I, or you, or that person who borrowed it for a moment, all they need to say is name return, and boop, it will come right on back. So, I have been having a lot of fun with borrowing your name, but I suppose if you're ready and you wish to have it back, that I can return it for now. But it was fun. So, I'm gonna count up. When I reach 5, you'll be awoken from my spell, free of my trance, and your name will return. The effects of name return, just like that, able to fully recover it again. But, like I mentioned earlier, if you want that name to, well, mean something else, you have the ability to change that, okay? Okay. Well, on to that countdown, shall we? Or count up, in this case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and awaken. And welcome back from trance. Well, it seems I've forgotten your name now. Isn't that a little bit silly? But you should have memory of it, assuming that you took it back. And I hope that you had a lot of fun. If you think that others might enjoy this file, then please link this video to them. Give it a like, and feel free to comment down below what else you might like to see from me, Gobglov Hypno. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.